Ooh. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. I hope your weekend's getting off to a good start. Mine is just quiet. It's been pretty quiet. Went to go sit with my neighbors for a little bit earlier on today, just to get some grass underneath my feet. Otherwise, it's been pretty quiet around these parts. I do got some good news. Once I get enough to see what the chat looks like, maybe I'll talk about it. I actually got some really good news. It's the first time in 49 years of life that I actually did this particular thing. I never needed it before, but I figure, what the hell? It was something that my dad recommended to me when he was alive. So we will see what happens. But anyway, I hope all of you are having a wonderful, wonderful Friday night. Me, it's just absolutely quiet. I got my front door open, man. I could feel that heat coming right into my apartment. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 92 degrees Fahrenheit. 90... By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No. Yeah, it's 92 degrees here in good old Charlotte. We do have a little bit of that fire haze that the Northeast is getting. It's very subtle. You know, it could be a lot worse down here. I mean, it doesn't look too orange like everywhere else does, but otherwise, you know, it's not bad down here. And plus, I don't live in a concrete jungle like New York City. Don't let the New York Yankees outfit fool you. Do I want some what? Do I want some hot wings? Funny you even mention that. I just had jumbo shrimp that I put into the air fryer about an hour before I did this live stream, and I just uploaded a review video to the channel talking about Asia to Prime's Power Glide. So good and full, good for the rest of the night. Now I got me my sugar-free fruit punch going. I might need another glass of that. That's some good stuff. Hopefully get enough viewers going over here. I'll get into some of the good news. Finally some good news that I could use. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, everybody, welcome aboard. Mostly talk about Transformers toys, hats, jerseys, sneakers, sports cards, sports in general, that usual thing. The live streams are more to just unwind and talk about anything. It's more like an open forum, more or less. But the channel in and of itself mostly is about the hobby spaces that I enjoy. Baseball cards, all that kind of thing. So, but anyway, with that being said, today was just a really nice, relaxed, quiet day. I've had some drama again recently where, unfortunately, the latest girl I had took advantage of me, and I didn't see the writing on the wall. I haven't heard from her since she was here earlier this week, and I think that's pretty much a done deal at this point. I'm trying really not to think about it too much. It's just shocking because this is like the same thing 3 times in a row that's happened to me. So, with that being said, life goes on, but God has a funny way of bringing some good luck to yours truly, as he always does when tragedy strikes. I did get some good news, something that I haven't done ever. And within days, I was able to land this particular thing. But before I begin, shameless e-beg. Guys, if you're new to the channel, do all that YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. That like button always helps the channel to grow. I really appreciate it if you would smash that like button. If you want to help to support the channel, check out my eBay store, the Carolina Collector 001. The link is in the description box of every video, short and live stream that I do. And if you want to make a donation to the channel, click on the coffee link. But otherwise, thanks for hanging out tonight. But it is soupy hot outside. I mean, it's nasty outside. Very nasty outside. We've had 90-degree weather for almost like 2 weeks straight already, maybe even longer than that. I mean, it's usually hot down here anyway, but this is as hot as it gets. And we have been getting surges of rain, so at least it kind of offsets that a little bit. Because when it gets this hot, man, that ground dries up real quick, and that's when you start seeing downed trees. And the geography here in Charlotte's very strange because instead of having like your typical ground soil, we have clay, that real yellow-orange clay. So unfortunately down here, trees are susceptible to tipping over and falling when the ground gets too saturated, because then it dries up and the heat literally turns to pottery almost. It's bizarre. But otherwise, nothing doing really. Like I said, I just got done uploading, a review that I did today of Age of the Prime's Power Glide. So that's finally up and running. I haven't done a review in a couple days. Wasn't exactly the best review I've ever done, but it is what it is. It's up, it's running. See what happens with it. Spoke with my mom a little bit again today. Otherwise, it's just been quiet. Just been really quiet all around. So I don't expect there to be a large crowd tonight. It is Friday night. That's when everybody usually gets off of work, or they got their weekend plans and they start driving or going to family or whatever it is. So I just got to say a huge thank you. If any of you are my eBay customers, the most recent sales that I had really, really helped me to catch up this month, which is awesome. Because damn, I can use it. You know, with this girl, again, that unfortunately fucked me over, you know, I'm now recovering my losses. And so far, so good. But today I got some great, great news in the mail. Something I've really never done before. Not even when I was younger, you know. I actually applied for a loan and they approved me within days, within only a handful of days. So that'll give me a huge jump start. And it was something even my father recommended when he was alive, before he died last year. You know, he was telling me you should just take out a small loan. You know, it'll help with your credit. It'll help with your business. You know, this way I can, you know, jumpstart a lot of things that I want to do, which is cool. And it'll help me to play catch up. So hopefully, once it goes to the bank, which hopefully, I mean, technically, you know, tomorrow's a weekend. It is Saturday tomorrow, but it should be clear by tomorrow. I'm going to take some of that money and just go buck wild and, you know, do some catch up. Get some bills paid ahead of time, and maybe do a little bit more food shopping until my regular income comes in the first week of August. And that will really, really, like, you know, help me out. I mean, I really didn't take out too much of a loan. Wasn't too big, at least not astronomical or anything like that. I think I took out, what, $1,200 or something like that, just to give me a jump start on things. But they approved me just like that, which is good. You know, it's a good sign, because, man, I've been working on getting my credit to go back up. I'm just kissing 700 at this point. So there should be no reason to deny me. So I mean, that was some good news. You know, especially after what this fucking bitch, what she did to me. I mean, again, like, this is the third one in a row that this happened to with me. You know, everybody was warning me about her, and I didn't listen. We'll see if the usual suspects come in here. You know, I doubt it, because, you know, like I said, it's Friday night. The Friday crowd is a little sometimes. We'll see. But for my Transformers family out there, I got Transformers the movie studio series Skywarp and Starscream in transit right now. They should be here early this week, or this coming week. I think probably Tuesday. I think they're scheduled to arrive, the two of them at the same time. But they're coming from two different places. One came from, I think, Big Bad Toy Store, and the other one came from Hasbro Pulse. And I already got Thundercracker sitting up there, and I sold off my War for Cybertron Seekers just to make room for them three. So, and that Thundercracker, he looks real good, man. I can't wait to see what the other two look like. That's going to be cool. We'll find out. If you can't hear in the background, Mother Nature is doing her thing. It's been so quiet around here the past couple of days. The problem is, you know, the kids aren't running around because it's too hot. It's way too hot. And I'm going to get me some more of that fruit punch. I'm probably going to pick up another 2 or 3 bottles of this stuff tomorrow. That's if that check clears by tomorrow. It should. My bank's very good at that. So this stuff is really good. The Ocean Spray Zero. They have a couple different flavors. This is is this the tropical punch or the fruit punch? I forget. Yeah, that's a tropical punch. That's really good stuff right there. I mean, you have to get used to not having sugar in it. I mean, there might be a trace amount of sugar in this, but it's not like hammered with sugar. But otherwise, like I said, man, it's just been quiet. I've been trying to just like keep myself busy, keep myself occupied. You know, whatever eBay orders I had, I got out the door yesterday. I got this random package that was sent to my apartment. I got a feeling that this fella's going to show up because he showed up the last time. It's a previous tenant that used to live in this apartment. Imagine that. You know, and thank God. I mean, I opened up his one box. I said, hey, listen, it had the apartment 808 on it, but I didn't look at the name because I order a lot of stuff all the time. You know, I showed him my desk and everything. You know, my apologies for opening it up. I thought it was for me. And then I see the name on it. I'm like, oh, shit, whoops. But I didn't think the guy was going to actually come knocking on my door looking for it. He came days after the thing was here. So I've got that package sitting right there. I'm sure that this guy's going to show up for whatever's in that bag right there. So but yeah, like I said, there's not much going on. I'm very happy I've been able to catch up financially, at least for now. But you know, taking out this small loan is going to help me just get a jump start on a lot of stuff, which is good. You know, and that'll help to build up my credit even more. I'd like to get my credit past the 700 mark. I mean, what am I, 690 something? I forget what the hell it is at this point. I forget. But like I said, they approved me real fast. I'm surprised they approved me as fast as they did. When I opened up the envelope today, I was like, oh shit. And I only did that Friday last week, so it's literally technically 6 business days since they approved it, so that's kind of cool. I marched that sucker right to the bank and deposited, so it should be sitting in my bank account by tomorrow. But yeah, this woman cost me a ton of money, man. With her fucking takeout food and the spices and the special Spanish food and this and that and everything else. What a joke. Honestly, what a joke. But she still has me blocked on WhatsApp. I just don't understand why people do things like this. You know, they cross your path and then they milk you dry for everything that you have. And then when you finally wake up and you smell the roses, all of a sudden they just fucking throw you out like you're a piece of garbage. That's you know, it's not because of all of the people here where I live why I stopped buying chips and snacks for the kids. It's because it's the handful of the freeloaders that are out there that think I'm made of money and they just orbit around me for beer and food and shit. But I don't do it no more. I stopped that weeks ago. And besides, like I said, the kids aren't playing outside anymore. It's too damn hot. I can't see these kids running around in 97-degree weather. They'd be down on the ground. What's going on, Penny? How you doing? Yeah, just catching up a little bit. Today was actually a pretty decent day. Even though, again, I was off to a bit of a slow start. But I'll give you a quick recap. Yeah, I had some good news come in the mail. I've been keeping it to myself. I actually, for the first time in my entire life, and it was something my dad suggested when he was alive, is I ended up taking out a loan just to bolster my credit. So I took out a small loan of $1,200 and was immediately approved for it. I mean, it took about 5.5 to 6 business days. I mean, I applied last Friday, and it showed up today in the mailbox. I was shocked how fast they approved me. So that'll help me to boost my credit a little bit more. I want to get over the 700 mark, and that'll help me to catch up with bills. I can be like 2 months ahead on my bills and just poof, you know. And because of what happened with the latest asshole that I was with, you know, after she fucking drained me dry. Thanks to my most recent eBay sales, I was able to catch up fairly quickly. I mean, I'm still not where I want to be with eBay just yet. I hope my other items sell. I'm hoping to wake up tomorrow and some baseball cards. Do I still have silver? I got some of it, not all of it. Not all of it. But if I had to, I'd use that also. But otherwise, yeah, this was a very good thing because this can help me boost my credit because my credit's been a little sketchy lately. But you know, it'll just help me to get ahead on a lot of stuff. And I still have to recover from what this fucker did to me. Because I could tell you tomorrow, if that check is there, I'm going to lay out at least half of it is going to go to bills and just get it out of the way. And so I don't have to worry about it until next month. I like to stay ahead on myself. So, and then I should be able to pay that off. I mean, the interest rate on it is 8%. You can't beat that. That is awesome for an interest rate. If you get bank loans and things like that, even on credit card interest rates can be like freaking 30%. I mean, that's a lot, man. I've been getting credit card offers for like 20% interest. I'm like, hell no. I've been using cash all my life. And I had credit cards in the past, but oh, we're off to a start already. But that's not the sound I want to hear. Nope. That's eBay Live. But I haven't used credit cards. God, man. Probably since I was in my early 30s. So I've had no need for credit cards. Everything I've ever paid for, I paid with cash or using my debit card. So first time for everything, so that should help me get my credit rating up. I mean, at 8% interest, I don't know what the bill is going to look like yet. It's probably going to be like $20, $25, something like that. Obviously, you want to pay a little bit more than that because the interest will incur over time. But at least I got some good news. And it's about time. But like I said, half of that's going to go right to bills. Just wipe everything clean. And then I can give myself a little bit of elbow room to still getting trolled for the Air Force Ones. No, I actually blocked the individual because they kept sending me these stupid messages trying to get me to sell them sneakers for $30. I'm like, hell no. I mean, I did lower the price down to like $51 or $52 or something like that, but I blocked the individual. It was starting to get a little absurd after a while, where I'm like, yeah, okay, this person's just being a dick. So I did throw out an offer to a customer for $49, but they never responded. So, but I'm still getting views and I'm still getting watchers, but it's just nobody's pulling the trigger, unfortunately. So that's probably going to force me to step up my game and start putting other stuff other than baseball cards up on eBay. We'll see. I got 2 jerseys I want to put up there. And there's some other random stuff. I was going through, when I made that most recent YouTube video that I uploaded today, there's 2 Transformers up on my shelf that most likely are going to get cut. And that's the, I think they call him Netflix Megatron, which is from the War for Cybertron. I might sell him off, and I'm going to sell off the Earthrise Optimus Prime. Because I got 3, 4, 5 Optimus Primes. And I don't want to accumulate different versions of the same character. Oh, actually, yeah, I did count him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the little guy that's up here on my desk. So 6 of them. One of them I'm selling on eBay right now. I already sold off the Seekers to make room for, the new Thundercrackers up there. I'm waiting for the new Skywarp and the new Starscream to show up, which they'll be here next week. Excuse me. So, but I'm definitely going to start picking and choosing what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to sell at this point. But that Megatron, that Tankatron, I always hated that Megatron. Yeah, I just might sell the other bat because, I mean, I've been to the batting cage a handful of times. I haven't really had the motivation or the time or the want and need to go to the cage. Even though I love fast pitch, I don't know, man. I kind of lost my interest in going to the cage. The two helmets that I got, I might sell. Not sure yet. The Mets and Yankees helmet, I really don't know. We'll see. But that Megatron up there, I definitely want to sell. That Earthrise Optimus Prime, I want to sell. And I got to see what else I'm going to clear out. But, you know, it's just finding buyers. That's the hardest part, finding buyers. You know, people still aren't spending money. And, you know, I probably would have had a lot more money in my pocket if it wasn't for this fucking bitch and what she did to me. Again, 3 of them in a row. So, but at least with my most recent eBay sales, I was able to recover, if not all of it, but most of that money, which is good. But I thought about it, and I'm like, you know, I can use a credit boost, and having the extra money is going to help. I mean, obviously, I have to pay it back, but, you know, for right now, to get ahead of stuff, I mean, why not? At 8, like I said, at 8% interest, that's 8 cents on the dollar, basically. So it shouldn't be too bad. So, well, we'll see. Yeah, I agree. It is ridiculous. You know, I mean, I've been, you know, I'm cutting corners just in case. I mean, I started doing that already. You know, my BJ's membership I let lapse. My AAA membership is going to lapse next month. I actually have the card sitting right here. I don't use it. I haven't used it since I got it. You know, I actually have a buddy of mine who works in an auto body shop, not that far from here. If I need to get repairs on my car, so there's no point in having AAA. I mean, I don't really travel, and now with all these different websites and stuff, you know, there's no need to have AAA, to be honest with you, unless I'm staying in a hotel. But if I go to New York, for example, I'm going to be staying with family. But yeah, I'm cutting the meat, trimming the fat, you know, and doing what I got to do. We'll see what happens, you know. That hot rod that's up there, I'm going to sell. The Studio Series hot rod, because I got the More Than Meets the Eye hot rod here, which I still yet to review. Where the hell is he? Where are you? That's shock. Oh, here he is. This will probably be my next review. More Than Meets the Eye hot rod. And I have the previous version of this, the red one. So that means, because this is the magenta, the movie correct colored one. So I'm probably going to part ways with him. I just got to see if I got his weapons and all that stuff. And I could probably get about $25 for him, man. The prices on just that hot rod alone are ridiculous. And not a lot of people are able to get their hands on one of these. And if you had a Target by you that actually put them out on the shelf, they're guys that bought 2, 3, 4, or 5 of them just to resell. Which, of course, is their prerogative. But good luck with the way the economy is going now. It's shit. And now with this guy making his speech last night, like the way he did, talking about the elections again, I'm like, oh, here we go again. I'm not even going to get into that topic because it's just, what's the point? But yeah, he made his speech last night and just not even going to start. No, I'm not even going to start. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Like I said, today is just a day where I sat back and relaxed and. Yeah, I mean, everything that Trump has said he was going to do, he's only come through on about half of it at this point. No tax on tips. He was bragging about that. No tips on overtime. No tax on Social Security. So, I don't know. Meanwhile, I look at the gas prices here. They're still well over $3. Well, we'll find out tomorrow, because once this check clears, I'm going to fill up my gas tank. I guarantee over at Sam's Club it's going to be like it's going to be like 3 and change, which is annoying and frustrating. Walmart said their prices are supposed to come down a little bit. I saw that news report. We'll see. I'll do some serious food shopping tomorrow, but bills first. Take care of all that first and foremost, right off the bat, and knock out all the bills. But yeah, it's frustrating, it's annoying, it's stupid. It's just, I don't know. He's fucked up, man. I don't know what to make of Trump anymore. I really don't. He's a lost cause, man. What a letdown. In his first term he went buck wild, but this term he's just not. He just has no traction. I mean, yeah, the border wall might be a little bit more secured. He still has ICE going out there locking people up. But, with this thing that's going on with Iran, it just, was it day 6 that he's been launching missiles at them guys? And Iran won't target us directly. So Iran targets the U.S. allies that surround Hormuz. If that's what the Strait of Hormuz, or whatever it's called, some shit like that. And then, of course, Ukraine is still a thing. And he's talking about the election integrity again. I'm like, oh, God. This guy just, I don't know. Yes, we're going to give you tariff stimulus checks. That didn't happen. Price of gas didn't come down. Price of food. Well, at least Walmart said they're going to try to bring the prices down. But everywhere else, it's still going up. It's all bullshit. The tariffs are still screwing us all up. They're all a bunch of Popeye goons. That one's going to stick around for a while, I see. Well, at least she didn't message me today. She didn't post anything, Jenny. So, I think that's because her man is not satisfying her in certain ways, like the way I did. And she's pissed off at that because now she's stuck with him. And I gave her an opportunity to apologize. But of course, she still wants to blame me for her walking out because of selfish, arrogant reasons, like trying to get me to move out of this apartment when I just moved into this apartment. And who's going to pay the $3,000 to $4,000 for me to break my lease, and then another $3,000 to $4,000 with security deposits to get another 2-bedroom apartment for us? Imagine if I would have had a 2-bedroom apartment with that woman. I would have been stuck. I would have been completely fucked over. I don't know why I have this insatiable craving for mac and cheese. It's funny because I had a turkey sandwich for breakfast. I really didn't feel like eating anything too heavy. Then for lunch I had pierogies with sour cream. And now I have this insatiable craving for mac and cheese, which I can cook right now if I want to. Why talk about it? Oh yeah, I bet she'd make me, I agree. She would make me make dangerous decisions. Absolutely. I would have been out in the street. I would have been out in the street. I've been trying to tell myself that God is trying to protect me from going broke. Like I said, to get this loan, like that's a huge help. It's not like I don't have money, but it just pushes me and nudges me a little bit more forward than it's just a better position to be in for me right now. I mean, obviously now with these most recent eBay sales, I've kind of caught up a little bit, and I'm not quite in that zone where I want to be, in that sweet spot, but it's better. I'm in a better position today, right now, than I was maybe this time 2 weeks ago. especially with this girl, what she did to me recently. I have to have special takeout. I have to have special seasonings. I have to have special this, special that. I'm like, motherfucker, man. You know? And then the constant going back and forth to North Charlotte and then coming back down here. It's $80 a week in gas. You know, I'm officially retired. I am retired. As a matter of fact, that letter I got from my union, I actually have to supply my union with a Social Security letter. But, you know, I'm officially retired. There's the pension letter right there. You know, she didn't understand that. You know, that my income is finite and my disposable income is what I make on eBay. And when I'm not making money on eBay, I'm not making disposable income. Therefore, I have to be a little bit more careful with what I do. But thank God, like I said, I sold that baseball bat. I sold a whole bunch of baseball cards and other stuff. And that immediately, like, put me just a little shy of the mark of where I want to be. But now that I got this bank loan, man, now I can leapfrog ahead of myself, which is great. And at that interest rate, I mean, dude, 8%, man, I'm not going to get that anywhere else. Right now, with the way the interest rates are on shit, man, thank God for, you know, having a good record, paying bills on time and all that stuff. I'm very shrewd. I'm very shrewd with that. So, but tomorrow, like I said, I want to get a jump on everything for next month so that this way everything's done. And I don't have to worry about nothing. Where does this entitlement come from? That's the same thing my mother said to me. And I was watching a bunch of stuff on YouTube from a lot of these pro-male, I don't want to say manospherean content, but a lot of these pro-male content creators. And the theme from a lot of these women is the same. They think that just because they have a vagina and they fix their hair and it's the Homer Simpson shotgun. Look that up on Google, what that means. Or watch a video of it on YouTube. It's self-explanatory. That just because they use the Homer Simpson shotgun on themselves, and because, you know, they get their nails done, and they make themselves smell good, and they put hair products in their hair. Some guys just don't give a shit about that. I happen to be one of them. Yeah, I have my thing with women when it's appropriate. But when we're here at home, what the fuck are you getting yourself all fixed up for? Look at me. I look like a dirtbag. Yeah, I'm matching with New York Yankees stuff, but I'm a dirtbag at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Guys are simple. What did I coin? The 5 S's: sleep, sustenance, sports, sex, and shut the fuck up. That's a man's mantra. That's what we live by. That is the bro code, basically. Sleep, sustenance, sex, sports, and shut the fuck up. How simple is that? They have to get their toenails done. They have to get their hair done. You're not impressing anybody. You're with me. Who do you have to impress? Oh, their girlfriends. And constant validation. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. I want mac and cheese, man. I'm going to see if I tilt the camera. I don't think, oh, you know what it is? I got the box here. Oh, wait, I can do this. I forgot I have a boom arm. I always forget what this thing can do. All right, I'm going to fry up some mac and cheese, guys. I can't help it. My cravings are getting the better of me. But that's okay. I can still see the chat from my TV set. Yeah, gotta be Velveeta, man. I do not like Kraft mac and cheese. I hate Kraft mac and cheese. I cannot stand that powdery nonsense. I do not like Kraft. I'm born and bred on Velveeta, baby. I'm born and bred with Velveeta. Oops. But you know what I like to do? I like to throw a little bit of Parmesan cheese in it too. And a little bit of cream cheese to kind of like thicken it up. Yeah, I don't like powder, man. I can't stand powder. I hate powder. I don't know how people actually like Kraft mac and cheese. It's gross. Because it's not even cheese, it's cheese powder. I mean, well, technically, yeah, there's the silver pack from the Velveeta, but nothing beats the stuff. Yeah, it's cheese. But yeah, I can't stand. I really cannot stand Kraft. No. You ever get those Kraft cups of mac and cheese? It's gross. Oh my God, is it gross? Why is this thing keeping? Why are you flopping around all of a sudden? Must I go outside and beat you with a hammer? You know what it is? That's the expansion and contraction. You know what it is? I have an electric stove here. So unfortunately, because it expands and contracts every time you turn it on, the damn thing warps. So I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go use the restroom. What did I miss? What did I miss? I had a guy today tell me how healthy he eats ramen noodles 4 times a week. Damn, that's a lot, man. Let me just check on the chat here real quick. Okay. Yeah, I would never eat that stuff 4 times a week. Oh my God, that's brutal. I mean, for the most part, I mean, I know a lot of Asians do that, but they don't eat in such large quantities like Americans do. That's a lot of carbohydrates and salt and all that stuff, man. I kind of want a little bit of white rice too. You know, that's what I'm going to do also. Never forget, kids, wash your rice. That's one of the things that used to drive me nuts when Maria, I mean, again, I'm not going to hide her name anymore because she doesn't deserve fucking respect. When Maria was here, man, she burnt the shit out of one of my pots here. I literally had to take a wired scrub brush to clean the very pot I'm making my mac and cheese with right now. Because she didn't stir the rice. I stir my rice. You have to, man. You got to undulate that shit. And she would never wash the rice. It used to drive me up a wall watching her cook. Because her techniques are so minimalist, I would be like, man, you got it. Oh, I'm like, Wash the damn rice, girl. Come on, yeah. Gotta get that starch out of that. But that's just me. But yeah, it would drive me insane. Every time she cooked rice, I'd have to, like here, the fucking screw gun with the brush on the end, that's what I'd have to use. Isn't it sad you're a better cook than modern woman? Yeah, I mean, listen, man. I like cooking anyways. I always did. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. You know, because everybody has their particular tastes and stuff. So, I mean, I like cooking my food my way. Obviously, if I have company or, you know, now with this happening the way it did, especially I like medium rare steaks. When I made that, it was really insulting, man. I made her a beautiful, beautiful sirloin, medium rare. She took it and cut it in half and fried it to the point where it was like eating shoe leather. And I'm like, man, if my mother was here and she saw you do that after she served you food, and you got up and recooked it yourself, that's like a fucking insult. How do you do that in somebody's home? I mean, what is this, what is this, Gordon Ramsay's restaurant? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? What is that? Oh, man, that's not coming off. Yeah, she actually got up and recooked my sirloin steak. I couldn't believe she did that. You know how expensive sirloin is? What am I doing with all those lentils? I have no fucking clue. Maybe I should fucking plant the lentil tree, right? This way I could have more lentils. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. What a shame. What a fucking shame. It really is. I mean, maybe I'll experiment with it myself. I mean, I like broths and stews and things like that anyway. I guess it's just part of my heritage, my kraut heritage. I mean, I got beef broth sitting over there. I can always, watch a couple of YouTube videos and figure out how to make some decent lentils. See, like what I'm doing right now, washing the rice. She wouldn't do this. You got to wash the rice at least 3 times, man. Get that fucking starch out of there. And not only that, you don't know who handles this stuff. Because otherwise it turns to a really thick mess when you cook it. And she would put like 3 cups of rice into a pot. You know what that swells up to be like? It's like eating a baby diaper. There's no other way to compare it. It would be like eating a soggy baby diaper. And that's why she would burn the rice. You're only supposed to use like a fucking cup, maybe a cup and a half in a small pot. But what do I know? I've only been cooking most of my adult life, so what the fuck do I know? Watch your Taco Bell intake. You might get explosive diarrhea from the contaminated lettuce. Yeah, I heard there was an incident with Taco Bell recently on the news. That somebody got sick from it. Maybe that's what I should do tomorrow when I go shopping, is pick up some salad. I haven't had a good salad in a long time. You know what I like? Walmart sells those bags of the ready-made salads that you don't have to chop up your own stuff. It's a little pricey, but it takes all the work out from you having to sit there and dicing up lettuce and making a mess in your kitchen. That should be, yeah, see, that's what rice should look like, at least for me. On the 3rd wash, you should see only a little bit of white. Sorry, that's just the way I cook my rice. Just a fucking shame. It really is, man. You know, for a while there, I actually really liked that girl. Not gonna lie. I really liked her. You know, because in the beginning, she showed a lot of potential. She turned out to be just as full of shit as the rest of them. You know, while I'm there in the kitchen, I should turn the camera in the proper direction, right? So if I spin this around and I do that, then you can see me in the proper. There we go. Sorry if my apartment's a little bit of a mess. Yeah, now you can see me in the proper. Oh man, that fruit punch is good. Yeah, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of Parmesan cheese and a little bit of cream cheese in that mix. And that makes it like nice and fluffy, the cream cheese. Not too much though, because then you can make it too thick and then it gets like slimy and gross. Like I said, it'd be like eating a baby diaper. Oh, I need that sieve. What am I doing? You have to make sure you get the water to have a rolling boil. And don't forget to stir. I can't do a Julia Child for the life of me. I won't ever do that again.
That sounds more like Mickey Mouse, huh?
Jeez.
Oh boy.
Have you ever eaten a random pack of the cheese from a box of Velveeta? It's quite the interesting experience, especially if you have like potato chips. Like, what do they call them? Tostitos or whatever they call the dipping chips. Those are really good. Hi, I'm the Carolina Collector, and on today's show, we are going to be making some gourmet mac and cheese. Sounds like Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy. We got ourselves some mac and cheese going.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful, Mickey. Oh, God. This live stream has clearly fallen off the rails. See, this is why you wash the rice. This is exactly why you wash the rice. You're always going to get a little schmutz. Make some dinty more. Man, I haven't had that shit in a long time, man. There we go. I haven't had dinty more in a long, long, long time. That's some really good stuff, but it's like $5 for a fucking can of that stuff. See, I call that bomb shelter food or survivalist food because you can pretty much eat that straight out of a can if you wanted to. Like Chef Boyardee raviolis, like you could probably eat that right out of a can, which I have done in the past. I don't think I would do that now at this age because I probably would shit my shorts. So that would be a big donut. No, thank you. Oh, I forgot to put salt in the... Make a big pot of spaghetti. I did that the other night. I made a big pot of rotini. That pretty much lasted the entire day, which was awesome. Gotta put a little salt in the rice, man. Salt that sucker. Of course, Himalayan rock salt. Gotta use the good stuff. Yeah, I still make my pastas once in a while, but like I said, with this girl, when she was here, I didn't make pasta not even once. And given her attitude towards the kind of foods I eat, that everything with her had to be fucking special. You know, imagine you go to somebody's home as a guest at Thanksgiving and you tell the host, sorry, fuck you, I don't like turkey, I want cheeseburgers. Like, you know, what kind of thing is that? How do you do that to somebody? And that's what she did to me, and it's like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't mind eating plantains and stuff. Yeah, anything that's spaghetti, that's true. Every woman I've ever been with who has been Hispanic, and it's not a stereotype, it's a fucking fact of nature, that they just are repulsed by fucking pasta. Everything has to be steak and fucking fish. Steak and fish and fucking fried bananas. I know platanos are really not bananas, but I have a habit of saying it in Spanish proper. Sorry, plantains. Got a little Latina on my mind. Always stir. Gotta stir, 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 stir. She would never stir the fucking rice, and that used to drive me up a wall. You had the smell from the burning rice, and you know how bad it was? The one day she cooked rice, it was in this very pot where I'm cooking the mac right now, that it literally smelled, and the oven was off. But the problem was all that heat underneath the rice on the base, on the bottom of the pot, collected so much fucking heat that it actually was actually cooking itself until it turned black. So, and the smell was just gross. I'm like, something smells bad. I thought it was the dishwasher. And then I came over here and turned around and I'm like, it can't be the rice. And then I started digging around. All of a sudden, a big puff of smoke came out of the damn pot because the rice on the bottom of the pot was burning still. Mac is almost done. Albeit, you know, she did cook very well, though. I'm not gonna lie. But it's just I can't believe how everything turned out. It's kind of sad. It's very sad. You know, and it's crazy because we took a whole bunch of photos together. But that's how they are these days. That's how fucking fakes and liars are. They smile, they pat you on the back as long as they get what they want, and they don't have to pay for it. Or if it's not theirs, oh, okay. Very sad. Very sad indeed. Very sad indeed, folks. That we got people like that in this world that just don't give a shit. They have no concept of fucking dignity or decency. Let's see if these are done. Oh yeah, that's it. Right into the sieve you go, baby. All right. Now for the best part. There goes the crackling. Oh, there's an ambulance. Something's wrong outside. There's an ambulance pulling by. That means Pineville PD, if I haven't been paying attention to the outside there, it means somebody got called up on again. I know one of my neighbors here, she's elderly, suffered with a stroke. And her health gets questionable sometimes, so I don't know if that's for her. I don't want to mention names or anything. So, there's the mac stuff. Here's the Parmesan cheese. Oh, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Whoopsie. Fucking top just blew off. Oh no, what did I do? Yikes. Oh no, I know. Yeah, accidents happen. That's all right. Yeah, that's okay. I come prepared, like the Joker would say. Well, at least it didn't get on the floor, so that's a good thing. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Happy New Year. Hey, things happen, man. Accidents happen. It's gonna happen. You know what it was? There was a big ass ball. You ever have that happen sometimes where, like, if you have an automatic ice making machine and you always get that one ball of ice that falls out on its own that you didn't ask for? Like in Parmesan cheese sometimes you get that one big ball of cheese that's in there. That's what happened. It was like one big ball of cheese. That's okay. These things happen. These things happen. It's an easy cleanup. Shit happens, man. This shit happens, man. It's so good. And let me tell you, one of the best things to clean the stove with is microfiber cloths, man. These things catch everything. Well, let me stir this quick before it cools down. And let me throw that whipped cream, not the whipped cream, the cream cheese. Not too much. Just waiting to see if Pineville PD shows up, because usually when the ambulance shows up, the fire department and the police come. I could throw a little butter in here too, if I wanted to, but that's a little too much. And that looks like it's it, because now when it starts getting stringy like this, oh, I love that. Stringy mac and cheese right out of the pot is awesome. Oop, there goes the rice. How about I stop talking and pay attention to the stove, right, folks? Could have been a lot worse. This could have been much, much worse. Rice is almost done. think I'm going to do, transfer this over here for now, just so I can clean better. I think I'm going to do that with the Lysol wipes. And these come in handy too, where you don't have to spray shit all over the place. Especially around food. That wasn't so bad, now was it? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Might as well get the floor a little bit too while I'm at it. If Gordon Ramsay was here, he'd be like, what in the fuck you doing? What the fuck? You're getting fucking cheese everywhere. Holy shit. This kitchen is terrible. That's all right. Accidents happen. Accidents happen. Now let me get that rice back over here where it belongs, and I can clean that one more time, and then we're back in shape, folks. It's like nothing happened. And now that this mac and cheese is settling down here in the sink, that's looking really good right about now. What the fuck? I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay lately. The problem is, with a lot of his clientele that he has on those cooking shows or whatever, where he tries to rehab restaurants and stuff, it's not Kitchen Nightmares, I forgot what the other one was called, his TV show, where he goes and tries to save dying restaurants and all that stuff, man. Some people are just fucking stubborn. Simple works, man. Simple works. You know, I'm not the best cook in the world, but at least, you know, when you cook things from scratch, and you do everything right out of the freezer, if you store your food properly, not like what some of these disgusting freaks do on these TV shows, I mean, damn, how hard is it, you know what I mean? Even to keep my stove clean right now as I'm cooking, it's like, even if an accident happens, always maintain a clean kitchen at least. I mean, I know I have a small apartment and my space is limited, but I do the best with what I got. Let me just give this one more good wipe, and I think I'm good to go. Yep. It's like it never happened. Voila, or ta-da, as a Joker would say. Ta-da! Oh, look at that mac and cheese, baby. And that's with cream cheese and Parmesan added to it. Look how nice and gooey that looks. I'm trying to match up with the TV. I don't want this spilling on my carpet now because I'm going to have to break out the steam cleaner. Look how nice and creamy that looks. Oh, I love that stuff. Now, if only the rice would finish, that'd be good. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. You can definitely taste all that cheese in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Well, isn't this quite the fucking experience, like Gordon Ramsay would say. Holy shit! That man. But he's really good with kids, though. From what I've seen on TV, what he does for like the kids and stuff. That's awesome. Well, I didn't see the fire department pass by, and I didn't see the police pass by, so. Might be just a minimum emergency or something like that, because like I said, we got a lot of seniors on this property. So you tend to see the fire department and the ambulances coming through here quite a bit. Yep, like it never happened. Look at that, nice and clean. I guess it should be. Right, Maria, after you burnt up my damn kitchen? See, now this is what rice should look like if it's cooked properly. And it doesn't look like a wet diaper. Stir the thing, otherwise it burns. That needs to sit there for a couple more minutes before I turn it off. But that mac and cheese, man, that's looking real good right about now. Oh yeah. No, I could use a little salt. But not too much, because this shit's loaded up with salt enough as it is already. I just like it to pop. Oh yeah. There it is. Me and my shitty cooking. I mean, it's really not cooking anything immaculate or anything like that. Let me see how this rice is. Not yet. Well, once I get some butter in it, it should be okay. I mean, that's not too bad the way it is. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. Oh, yeah. See, that's what a pot of rice should look like. I mean, you know, I do have one of those rice cookers. I just never use the damn thing. Because quite frankly, I don't have enough space up here. Well, technically, I shouldn't have that cutting board up here. Just want to make sure I strain out all that water. I need a proper sieve, because this sieve I have here is for spaghetti and pasta. I mean, fortunately, this pot has drain holes on it with drain lips. So, almost there, folks, almost there. Throw a little pepper in that, because why not? I can do that. It's my rice, right? And she would always hate me putting pepper in my rice, by the way. How the hell do you not put pepper in rice? I do. I mean, you don't have to drown it in black pepper, but you gotta throw a little flavor in that son of a bitch. At this point, I mean, I can even throw a teaspoon of butter in there if I wanted to, but I'm going to take it raw dog. See, there it is. Nice and clumpy. Not burnt and freaking toasted like the way she did. All right. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'll turn the camera around after I pour myself another fruit punch there, and then I'm good to go. Gotta be careful, otherwise I'll be up peeing all night. Okay, swing the camera around here. Oh, one other thing, get my glasses. You know, I'm surprised the usual suspects aren't in here. I mean, I see Penny in here, but I don't see Big Mama, I don't see Gooey, I don't see any of that crew in here tonight. Very shocked. Very shocked indeed. Oh, now I can see you fine folks out there. But you don't always have to pay attention to my bullshit. I mean, I really shouldn't even be eating this late, but... Oh yeah, I love that. There's just something about adding Parmesan cheese and cream cheese to the Velveeta that is just absolutely amazing. It really brings it to life. And it makes it nice and fluffy. Man, is that good. But I would not eat that every day. I don't know how people can eat ramen noodles every day. That's crazy. Man, that rice is piping hot still. Hot. Oh yeah, there's the rock salt and the black pepper. There you go. Just too freaking hot. I'm gonna wait for that sucker to cool down a little bit. Well, anyway, I'm not a cooking YouTube channel, so sorry if this is kind of like off the rails tonight. It's starting to feel like what the hell do they call themselves there on YouTube? Where all they would do is just fucking eat all day. Mukbang, is that what they used to call that? I don't even think that's a... I don't think anybody does that anymore. Somebody's drunk. I know that voice anywhere. Yeah, I know that voice anywhere. I don't know and I don't care. Wow, is that good? I can see I'm going to be up for a long time tonight, but it's Friday. I earned the right to spoil myself a little bit, though mac and cheese and rice really isn't spoiling myself. I'm not going to lie. It's about a cheaper late supper as you can get. Oh man, it's hot. I mean, not spicy hot. You can still see it steaming. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not. But at least it's done proper. Oh man. Dang, that's hot. I could do the old ice cube trick. You know, it's funny. I keep looking at that last comment. Spaghetti is a Latina kryptonite. Yeah, it is. You know, like when I tried to make pierogies the last time, you know, I was born and raised with pierogies. I call them the German and Polish empanada. Still wouldn't eat them. And all it is fucking dough with fucking potato in the middle. In some cases bacon, in some cases onions. She wouldn't eat it. Wouldn't eat it. Just wouldn't eat it. And I think about 10 people that I know in my personal life that would gobble down my stuff. Yeah, but that one day that she did that with my sirloin steak, it's supposed to be thick. It's supposed to be seared on the inside. It should be medium rare on the inside, at least a little pink. Not red, but pink. And she took it and cut it in half and recooked the whole fucking piece. Big fat chunk like this. That's how fat that steak was. I couldn't believe my eyes what she was doing. If she did that in front of my mother or my sister, she would have got thrown out probably. Hey, but at least I'm having a little fun here. You know, I mean, I don't have a huge audience tonight, but at least I'm having fun. I'm having fun, trying to forget about things, trying to move on, and trying not to think about negativity. It's just a real shame that this girl did this. I've now had to go through this 3 times this year. And it didn't have to be like that. It really didn't. Man. Let me tell you, folks, mix up some Velveeta mac and cheese or Parmesan and cream cheese and watch what happens to that mac and cheese. Mmm. Man, is that good. Well, for the handful of you that are still here, thanks for hanging out. I mean, you're watching me eat like a slob. I normally don't eat this late, but I think I'm going to be in it for the long haul tonight. I mean, I've been sleeping a lot the past couple of days, probably because, you know, I've had a lot on my mind. I just didn't feel like getting out of bed, you know, as early as I normally would. So that's because I've been channel surfing on YouTube. You know, and plus I've had this whole situation on my mind. But at least, like I said, I got that bank loan, so that's good. And that puts me in a far better position than what I was because of that fucking woman. Freaking dummy. If Gooey wasn't here, he'd be calling me a dummy too. It's a shame because I still got the kids' toys here. She has a pair of shoes here and she has some random stuff that I think I went through on camera, if I'm not mistaken. Fucking shame. It's a real shame. Man, I was hungrier than I thought. My mouth is full of cheese. It's like peanut butter. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I hope you folks are enjoying your Friday night. I mean, otherwise, I didn't see that ambulance pass by again, but at least it's quiet. And that's what matters the most, man, is peace and quiet. Absolute peace and quiet. I should put a little more salt in the rice. All I'm getting is black powder. Or black pepper, I should say. Excuse me. That was good. I mean, black pepper is good for you anyways. I mean, I don't really eat onions. I mean, I put onion powder on stuff. I put garlic powder on stuff. I do eat whole garlic. If I make my spaghetti and white clam sauce, it's good to have garlic in there. Sometimes I'll put some garlic powder in it just to add extra flavor to it. But I don't eat like whole onions or peppers or anything like that. Holy shit, I downed this whole thing already. Jeez. Oh my God, that's so good. All right, done. Finished, boys and girls. That was good. Oh man, was that good. Jeez. Well, let me put a little soapy water in there to get some of that cheese out. Whew, was that good. Oh my God, was that good. I needed that. Ooh, jeez. It's crazy. I've been cooking all this pseudo-Hispanic stuff for all these weeks. I forgot what it was to have something simple. Turkey sandwiches, turkey hot dogs, pastas, all that good stuff. It's a real sin. It's a real sin. Well, again, I hope you folks are having a good night. You guys have been watching me cook. That's what you want to call it. But otherwise, it's been a good night so far. Good day, good night. I guess I'm still processing what happened, but I guess eventually I'll get over it like I got over the others. I don't know if you ever completely get over things like this, but I wish it didn't happen. Believe me, folks, I really wish it didn't happen. Anyways, I think I'm going to call it a night right here, folks. Thank you for stopping by, like always. I know this is pretty low energy. I did do something different on camera in this live stream, cooking. But But as you can see, man, I had a good time sucking all that down. I wolfed that down pretty quick. You know, it's the diet that I'm on. You know, there's times where like I cheat like tonight, and it's just so fucking good. Oh man, I get tired of eating the turkey and whole wheat bread all day long. I mean, that was one of the good things about her. I mean, she made healthy stuff. Listen, lentils are not that bad for you. You know, plantains are not bad for you. Obviously, steak and fish is not bad for you, which I still have in my fridge, by the way, thank God. But it's just, you know, I have a very refined diet for a reason because, I mean, obviously, this is high carb. If you didn't notice, I took this in the beginning of the live stream. That's benfotiamine and R-alpha lipoic acid. That's to help to handle the blood sugar, which I'm going to have to order more of, by the way. And before I go to bed, I'll take that dihydroberberine. I was correct by saying that. So that this way I'm not up with the leg kicking and all that kind of crap like I usually get. Anyway, folks, I'm going to wrap it up right here. I'm going to enjoy my Friday night. And that's pretty much it. You know, God bless you all. Thank you all for checking in. I know it was usually I have a lot more viewers than this, but I guess everybody's doing what they're doing tonight and doesn't pay for me to waste any more energy. I don't mean that in a bad way, but take care, everybody. God bless. Stay safe. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector, like always. Thank you for supporting the channel, my eBay store. You know, again, shameless eBay before I take off. Click the link in the description box if you're new to the channel. You'll see my eBay link and you'll see the coffee link if you want to help support the channel financially that way. Thank you very much. And that's pretty much it. See you around, folks.